You ever follow a trading signal that looked perfect only to get stopped out like 5 minutes later? Well, yeah, same here. That's why I actually spent the last few weeks testing one of the most talked about AI trading tools out there, and that's TradeWave by Trade Ideas. It claims to give you laser-focused buy and sell signals in real time. But does it actually help you make smarter trades, or is it just more noise and slop? Well, here's the truth. Now, before I actually jumped into the program myself, I actually did what I always do, and I jumped into the user reviews first. Like, here's the thing. When it comes to trading software, the first place to look is going to be the 1-star section. Not because, like, I love negativity or anything, but because, like, that's usually where the truth will leak out. Any of the red flags, any of the incidents, any of the errors or, like, wrong things happening. All right, that's fine. Like, I wanted to check that first. And when I did, I actually came across one guy who said that he signed up for the Trade Ideas test drive to check out the software. And he expected full access, but ended up frustrated. According to him, most of the features didn't work during the test drive, and the AI trades he followed lost him money. He even complained that the interface looked like something out of the 90s. Now look, like, test drives are just limited by design, right? Like, that's the point. You're getting a taste, not the full buffet. And not everyone uses the same broker, strategies, or watch lists, so there's always that learning curve. Like, I've seen this happen with other platforms too, especially like ones just as feature-rich as this one. Also, like, just speaking from experience here, I haven't run into those issues personally. Don't always trust the AI. Like, you can. I've used the full version. I've used all the tools together, and it's not a limited test. The AI was fine there, surprisingly on point sometimes. So take this kind of review with a grain of salt. And when I looked at the other reviews, I dug deeper and I looked at all this together. I actually found out that a lot of people really love using this tool. One trader said that it's the only scanner that he's used that pulls real-time data and compares it to a historical database for the same stock. For him, whether it's day trading or swing setups, TradeWave is a must-have. He even called the test drive a solid intro to the system. Not like that other guy, I guess. Another one said that he's been trading for over 10 years now and flat out won't trade without it now. Said that the scanner helps him spot setups that he never would have caught otherwise. And get this, he even mentioned that everyone in his trading community uses it and loves it too. And the platform? It actually holds a really solid user rating. Nothing like suspiciously perfect, like you never know, but I read through the reviews and they're all people who talk about their experiences, and it is high enough that I felt confident diving in general. Plus, the community around it is pretty vocal, both the good and the bad sometimes, and that kind of transparency matters. So yeah, like while no tool is perfect, I think the weight of the feedback really leans heavily positive in this case. Okay, after all of that, after reading and looking through all of this stuff, I actually had to see what TradeWave was made of, all of its tools and features. So I got in, I hooked up my charts, I ran some scans, and right away, the first thing that grabbed me was TradeWave's AI-powered trend following tool. So think of this as like a virtual co-pilot that spots these buy and sell opportunities based on evolving market conditions, and it shows those signals directly on your chart for you to choose from. No extra overlays, no lagging nonsense, just a green B for buy and a red S for sell. You can literally glance and decide whether you want to follow it or not. So I tested it on a few setups that I was already watching, SPY, Tesla, a few mid-cap movers, and right off the bat, I noticed something interesting. It wasn't trying to be perfect, like it wasn't shooting off alerts every 2 seconds with the exact fundamental, like the signals were deliberate, but also like patient, like almost like a veteran trader watching them from the sidelines, only putting the signals in when like it really supported it. There was this one day, the SPY was tanking. I'd been watching it hover like around the $520 level, wondering if I should like short it. That's when TradeWave flagged it with a sell signal, so I pulled up the chart, I confirmed what I was seeing, and sure enough, SPY dropped to $511 not long after that. That's a clean $9 move. Now, this is not always going to happen, but I confirmed it, and yeah. Interestingly, the signal stayed orange the entire time in their system, so that means that the short setup was still valid, and the moment it turns blue, that's your cue to start trimming or close out entirely. And sometimes I listen to it, sometimes not. It's just honestly one of the cleanest visual cue systems that I've seen, and if you're like me and you hate overcomplicating your trading, this part matters. TradeWave isn't about like throwing spaghetti at the wall. It'll filter out all those low volume plays, and it'll only really highlight the stocks that have strong trends so that you're not chasing garbage half the time. You're really setting yourself up for these stocks that have the real potential, so you can buy in when it says or not, like it's up to you. And that's where the Market Explorer comes in next. It's built into the platform as TradeWave's specific scans. Now these aren't like customizable yet, but yeah, that's fine. Like they're focused on finding good trades, not throwing you a million tickers to babysit. And compare that to platforms like Thinkorswim, for example. Great charts, tons of analysis tools, but you've got to build a lot of the stuff yourself. Like it can be overwhelming if you're not used to that kind of thing. Or TradingView. Now don't get me wrong, like I love their charts and community features, but a lot of what they offer is separate. You've got your screeners, your scripts, your strategies, and none of it feels like as integrated as what Trade Ideas has pulled off with TradeWave. But okay, you know what? Back to the platform itself. Another tool I found super useful is Holly. So Holly isn't just this one AI, right? It's actually a group of over 60 AI-driven strategies that run in real time. Each strategy looks for different setups across the market, like separately, momentum, breakout, pullback, etc. And then it offers AI trading signal suggestions based on the strongest ones. You know, and you don't have to follow those either. It's AI. Always remember, what I really like about Holly most, it's not just like dumping a forex trading signals idea list on you. It's ranking them, it's giving you fundamentals. You get to see the confidence level, the entry exit points, risk management. It's all baked in and it gives you everything you need. Also, something I want to talk about, if you're a backtesting nerd, you know, like I am, the odds maker tool is a total gem. This thing lets you run your strategy through past data. It'll figure out win rates, profit factors, expected returns. You can customize your equity, your position size, even factor in commissions. It's like getting a training lab in your pocket. And for traders who are more active, this kind of firepower changes the game. Like while more major competitors like TradingView has great script-based backtesting, right? It really doesn't feel as intuitive or trade-focused as OddsMaker does. All in, Trade Ideas TradeWave itself just feels built for speed, for people who want to make sharp decisions based on real data. Now, it doesn't like try to do everything, but what it does do, it does better than almost anything I've used. But being the best AI trading signals platform, you know, doesn't really necessarily make Trade Ideas TradeWave perfect, right? Nothing is gonna be perfect. And like, if I had to nitpick, and I do, I always do, I'd say that the UI could use a bit of a facelift. It's functional, don't get me wrong, but compared to some sleeker platforms like TradingView, it does feel a little utilitarian, not as sleek. You know what, but let's be honest, if you're in the zone, you're not really staring at the gradients and the font choices and the design. You care about the speed, the reliability, and the accuracy. And that's what Trade Ideas delivers. But Trade Ideas TradeWave is not built for casual traders just looking to place, one trade a week. This is just the pro-level software for people who are serious about sharpening their edge and learning and getting into the details and all these tools. And for that, I found it very reasonably priced, especially considering how fast it pays for itself once you get in sync with the signals. If you're looking for the best AI trading signals without breaking the bank, this platform is absolutely worth checking out. Check the link in the description of this video for their most up-to-date pricing plan. We'll keep it updated with any promo or discount that's available so that you can get the best deal. I just like talking about this kind of stuff, and I think that Trade Ideas TradeWave is the best AI trading signals platform. Like based on everything I've tested, it's at the top of my list. The AI signals, the clarity of trend direction, and the speed of the tools all add up to something that I now rely on every week. So click the link in the description to check it out, get a discount, and decide for yourself if this is the edge you've been missing.